Okay, this is part 2, I guess, to the video. Kind of just wanting to talk about some things that I've been thinking about lately. First and foremost, it's this really eerie thing that I've been realizing over and over that's really shocking to me over and over, that shouldn't be shocking because it's happening so much in my life. But I would say from a really young age, I always was like socially like awkward, I would say. A good portion of my younger years, like I remember from kindergarten to like 3rd or 4th grade, I was considered what most people would call mute, and I wouldn't talk in class. And a lot of people, like administrators and teachers and stuff, they were trying to work with me to, I guess, function verbally. And I don't really want to get into like a lot of the reasons that could have been, because I don't want to talk about like trauma or anything right now. But I'm noticing as I'm getting older and as I'm socially online or moving about, I guess, in life, there's something that everyone else knows that I don't. And it's a social thing that happens over and over to me where I'm just minding my business and I'm living my own reality and I'm not bothering anyone and I'm not antagonizing anyone. I love staying free from drama. Whenever I find that someone has infiltrated that within me, like they'll befriend, or they'll pretend to be friends with me just to see what kind of person I am, especially online, especially in this cosplay, elven, fae, not all, okay? Not all people. For the most part, I would say a good 90, I'd say even 95% are awesome people online. Y'all who are like watching, sorry, I feel like I have like, like the dust and stuff, but anyways, I would say a good 95% of people are really awesome. They actually exude the fairy lifestyle where it's like, fairies are little tricksters, but at the same time, like, I don't know, kindness is kind of free. Drama free is free. And what I'm noticing is like this little 5% of individuals who are in the realm, it's like scary because people are one way online, and you see so much with like Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, where a lot of individuals are getting so popularized, right? And like fame, I think, like especially when it comes to like the Kim Kardashian fame, for example, because that's so prevalent right now in celebrity news, people change over time, right? And so I find that people over the years, they get to these different journeys in their lives, and some people are like all for being genuine and being like super loving, like myself. And I think that's where I mess up, is where I don't remember that everybody's not genuine. Things that have been happening to me, these sly comments that I'm getting from particular people, it's really off-putting. And because like I have, social anxiety, and I suffer from mental illness, I sometimes can't pick up on those cues. Like it takes me a while over time to like gather that someone doesn't like me, or that someone's being it's like this thing that people do that happens to me so often. That's why I'm not outward socially in my real life. It's this thing that happens where someone tries to get to know me. 9 times out of 10, they're the ones like reaching out to me because I'm socially awkward, and due to you know, having really horrible experiences with getting to know people, dating, and friendships, I do not put myself out there. I really try hard not to, hey, how are you, blah, blah. Like, I'm not social because I'm seriously afraid. But when people approach me and they're like really nice and things, I usually take that as, wow, this is a good person, until they like show me otherwise. And I'm noticing that it's not as common as the good people, but it is trickling in there where people don't have my best interest. And you can kind of tell with like a lot of the therapists and counselors on TikTok, right? For example, the professionals, they'll say these backhanded compliments or comments that your friend will say, and what people put out into this, like, into the atmosphere, sounds that go into the human ear. I was discussing a topic where with someone the other day where they were saying that it's a sound, like people who are scientists within sound, like that's their category of focus, I guess. They've played this sound for a group of individuals that will automatically induce headaches and migraines. Like sounds and the things that you say, the wave patterns of the things that you decide to say to someone, and how you treat that person, and those little undermining cuts and jabs. I'm noticing that people are in competition when it comes to like cosplay, otherkin, fairy, witchcraft. Not so much witchcraft. I've only seen it personally. Like, I know that those exist, those issues exist with other individuals, right? But like within my realm of just me, I've noticed that I've seen the way that people treat each other, or specific individuals treat others. It's weird. It's really scary and eerie. And like, it's reminding me why I'm so antisocial today. Like in person, you have to really watch out who you spend time with. Even, you know, phone conversations, text messages, their intent. I can always tell when something is off. You know, it takes me a while, but it eventually gets there. And I don't know why this is so common for me, but like, I was thinking the other day, right? Like how it's this thing, and I was discussing this with another creator on YouTube, and I'm not name dropping or anything, but they were saying how other creators on YouTube started to get on this particular person that I was speaking about. Oh, you're trying to copy me. You're also black. You're also a male. You're also into witchcraft. So you're copying me. Or you're also this, and you're also, and it's really eerie. Like, to think the way that people sway back and forth mentally. I think one of the creepiest things that I've tried doing is being genuine, because who the heck does that these days? I see that everything is so tactical with people, specific ones, and that's why I really enjoy I didn't really even think I built a community. I didn't really think I had supporters until I really sat down and had the time to mentally evaluate that, and sort of like take bit by bit out of the box and really evaluate. I have like really awesome, good people that support me. I really do. And I'm gonna make a video solely shouting out everyone that supports me. I have tons of like friends online that whenever they see something that reminds them of me or my style, they'll tag me in it. And like, being a person, you know, online, that may not even be super like wow to someone else, but for me, knowing what I went through just to be myself and my style, and back in the 2000s, like especially in the Bible Belt, you really got ragged on. Like, you were really considered a creep, especially being black. And just to have people embrace me for the things that I love, and you know, that just means so freaking much to me. And like, there's a group of y'all. I love y'all to death. I'm planning trips to see y'all next year. I was gonna say later this year, but I have so much I'm doing, and I need to plan for that 100% because I want to do it longer than like a day, 2 days, you know? Because I really have some really cool girlfriends out there. I just wanted to kind of shed light. If you're like a person like me who, if someone says an undermining thing, or they're trying to be like really nasty or rude to you in comments, and normally I'll just like freeze up and then I'll think about it 50 times over, like, why would they do that to me? I've not done anything wrong. I know that initially, when it's been back in the day, like when people see me, it's like, oh my god, she's this, she's that. They make up all these preconceived notions. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of people using me for drama. I'm tired of people using me just to, oh, I want to, like, I had a person use me just so that they can have a black friend in their photos. I know for a fact, like, I'm not, and you know, it's not every person. Like I said, it's only specific ones that you can tell that whenever you speak to them, it's like it goes always back. It's like it slides back into that little nasty gutter of drama, of talking about someone, of doing this, of doing that. I want no parts of it. Like, I want to stay above water. You know, I don't want to get down to where I don't enjoy cosplay anymore or doing this online. I want to actually be around people who I consider really good, positive people, and Faye family, you know, which that's something kind of hard to find these days. It's easy when you're not like invested in your whole friendship and things, but there's no way, like, I would love to make professional contacts, which I feel like I have. You know, professional networking, I'm totally fine with that. I'm totally fine with helping other people get up to a status. I have several friends who want more subscribers, want more coverage. I have a friend who does gaming. I've been sharing his lives on here. You know, I have no problem. Like, I've began to reach out more online so that I won't be like wanting to do these things and then never acting on it. You know, because normally I would never like call out and be like, hey, if we have any black creatives who would love to go live with me, blah, 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 that's awesome. Like, I would not have been that person before. I would just have stayed and just been like, oh, these are things I want to do, but I'm becoming more and more outgoing, and I want to be able to support, you know, others. And on top of that, I've had a friend who approached me and he was like, hey, I have this friend, she really wants to get into makeup and fairy, you know, lifestyle and cosplay, which is completely cool. He literally lives a county over. We used to hang out a lot more like years back, but we kind of fell off. But he was like, hey, you know, like, we were planning what we were going to do coming up.